afternoon all. Firstly, as a proud Bigambul, Awanam and Kadiji woman, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Yagara people. I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. We recognise their continuing connection to land, culture and community.
Good evening everyone. I'm Grace and this is my fellow NextGen Medics alumni student Lavena. It is a great honour for us to be here tonight, speaking to you about the truly amazing NextGen Medics Program. Juanita has just provided you with a brief introduction to some of the nuts and bolts about what the program is and why Heart of Australia dared to put such a bold and visionary initiative into place. But what we'd like to share with you tonight is the story of the NextGen Medics Program from our perspective, the perspective of a medical and allied health student.
I was born and raised in Yagara and Hughenden country, and I spent many of my years with connections to Waka Waka country. So I understand the joys and challenges of living rural, regional and remote Australia, including the challenging access to healthcare. From a young age, I knew I wanted to spend my future career working back on land, supporting those communities that are so often overlooked and underserviced when it comes to healthcare. It was a goal, an ambition, a dream, but I never really knew what reality would look like until I experienced the Heart of Australia NextGen program. The program gave me an eye-opening experience of what it would look like working and giving back to rural and remote communities. This program has guided me into what to expect and motivated me to use my degree to help remote and rural communities. Before, it was a dream. Now it's a roadmap, and I've started that journey.
Coming into the program, I knew I had an interest in rural health. I knew that there were severe health inequities and difficulties with accessing essential healthcare for those living out rural. I had what I would call an academic understanding. It was something I had heard and read about in classrooms. But it wasn't until my time in the NextGen Medics program that I came to truly understand the reality of what is going on in rural and regional communities around the country when it comes to accessing healthcare. I remember a conversation I had with Juanita during one of the blocks after listening to a few patients and hearing their stories. I remember saying to Juanita, I have read many statistics, papers and reports throughout my time at university. I've even undertaken subjects that look at rural health specifically. But not until this moment did I truly understand the challenges being faced by rural communities. I see how much of a difference we need to make, but the NextGen Medics program has shown me how much a difference we can make as future healthcare professionals. I think that my peers will agree with me when I say that the NextGen Medics program significantly changed our outlook towards rural and remote health. It's no longer an academic discussion about nameless and faceless people living outside capital cities. It's a challenge that confronts people I have met and spoken to. It's a challenge that I have seen up close and personal. And perhaps even more importantly, it's a challenge that I have seen that there is a solution for, and that I now see myself as a part of. Returning to uni after my time away with Heart of Australia, I had many students approaching me after they saw the various photos of our experience. They were asking what this program was, what Heart of Australia was about, and how they could get involved. I'm incredibly eager to put forward my experience to future students interested in rural health. I am determined to pay the opportunity I have been given forward. Heart of Australia is building a robust NextGen alumni community, inviting us to play a role in shaping the future of the NextGen Medics program. Through this lifelong engagement, I hope to help future students access the same invaluable career and life-changing experience that I did. Some of the alumni will be advocating for the program back on their respective university campuses. Others will be heading out with future cohorts, coordinating their time away and ensuring that they gain just as much value as I did from the program. One thing I'm absolutely certain about is that the NextGen Medics alumni, which will grow in numbers every year, will play a significant role in encouraging medical and allied health students to go rural in their future. Something rural and regional communities desperately need.
This program isn't only for medical students. Being an allied health student myself, it gave me an engaging experience in rural medicine and rural communities that no lecture or textbook could ever teach. The program has immensely guided my career development and knowledge into health inequities within Australia. As a result of this program, I 100% know that I will be working out in rural and remote communities as a clinical exercise physiologist from the moment I finish my university degree. I also know what I need to do in order to make that happen, how I need to do it, and who can help me make it a reality. And that is the magic of this program. It takes students who have an interest in rural health or an idea that they might want to do it one day, and they inspire them so it becomes their new driving passion. They didn't just tell us, they showed us it is important, it is valued, it can be fun, and most importantly, that it is possible.
As I have only just begun my journey through medical school, I have many placements ahead of me. By experiencing what I have so early on, I'm now able to continue my journey with a greater understanding of rural health. I will return to work in rural communities as a healthcare professional. In fact, by the end of my first day, I was already asking Dr. Gomes at dinner, how soon can I start? So on behalf of the NextGen Medics alumni, we would like to extend a massive thank you to Dr. Gomes, to Juanita, and to all the wonderful sponsors and Heart of Australia team who played a role in allowing us to take part in such an eye-opening, game-changing program. Additionally, we would like to thank all of the Heart of Australia specialists who went above and beyond to enhance our knowledge and practical, hands-on experience. The rural GPs and medical professionals who welcomed us into their practices and hospitals so graciously, including Dr. Bruce and Anne Chater from the amazing Theodore Medical Centre. And finally, to the patients who not only allowed us but welcomed us to be actively engaged in their consultations while sharing their heartfelt and personal experiences. None of what our students learnt or experienced would have been possible without any of you.
And to those who helped support the 2020 and 2021 programs with funding, thank you. We know it costs a lot more to take students out of these communities and give them such an authentic, immersive experience than it would be to just talk about them in class or show them a video. We think, and we hope you do too, the resulting commitment of the students to go rural is world apparent. We hope the program continues to go from strength to strength. There is truly nothing else like it.
Juanita often spoke of her dream that in years to come there would be a map on the wall of Heart of Australian offices with a dot on each town with a GP, allied health professional or visiting specialist who has come through the NextGen program, and that map would be covered in dots. Please know that you have your first 2 dots right here. Thank you.